you! Yeah, you! Did you know that this channel and its content are intended for older audiences, nostalgia junkies, and man-children Thomas fans like I am? Because you do now. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this project many times posted. But for YouTube, I am about to reveal a project I have spent nearly 2 years making. This is how I built Green Hills. So, I like trains. Thomas to be exact. I think we all know that. And though I love collecting the trains themselves, I always get a pleasure out of making train sets for either myself or my son. And I always had a fascination with model railways. The only thing that really stopped me from having a model railway of my own was the price. It can cost you nearly $300 just for one singular model. I'm not about that. So I opted out for something cheaper. Trackmaster, specifically Trackmaster 2, and went about designing a layout. At the time, I was obsessed with N-scale micro layouts and would binge watch videos on YouTube constantly about them. And then I came across this layout built in a briefcase. I thought this layout was incredibly interesting and decided if I ever wanted to make my own model railway, this would be the design I would use. I laid down the track and made the inclines using foam tiles cut into squares. I also used plastic sheet and foam tiles again to support the track and act as a riser for the ballast. I tested all the trains to make sure that they went around the layout properly. This would let me know if there was any problem with the track work. Once this was done, everything was secured down. Now it was time to work on the landscape. To make the hills, I scrunched up some newspaper, then covered the surfaces with multiple layers of heavy-duty duct tape. I know this isn't the most professional method, but I was going for something cheap and using recycled materials. I laid down flat pieces of cardboard to indicate flat areas on the hills. Once that was all done, I decided to go over it with some papier mâché, which is just ripped up newspaper with a bit of glue and water, and I did about 3 layers. Next came the undercoat. I decided to go with a brown so that it would simulate dirt and help hide the newspaper. Before I went on to applying the grass, I decided to lay down and glue all of the ballast to the track. And I would like to point out that all the ballast you see on the layout is kitty litter. Yes, I'm trying to be as cheap as possible, remember? Next I laid down all the grass, and this is when I finally saw the layout take place. I'd also by this point added some tunnel portals, as I wanted the tracks to overlap each other but not by bridges, just to give it a bit more of a realistic feel. Once the grass had been glued down and dried, I decided to have a go at making my own trees. Using branches from outside and spray glue, I simply sprayed the branches and applied multiple coats of fake grass and repeated the process. I did end up buying some smaller trees as well, just to have them sprinkled throughout the layout. I also decided to buy some little shrubs to have on the track side and throughout the terrain, and then started working on the little details that would make the layout feel a bit more alive. I decided to add a little corrugated farm hut, based on the one sold by Barkman for the Thomas & Friends range. This was simply made with cardboard, corrugated cardboard sheet, and printouts of bricks I found online. I found a pair of second-hand signals in a model railway shop, and purchased them for about $7 and added one of them to the layout just outside the station. And well, that's pretty much it. This was the first time I had properly built myself a real model railway, and I decided that every engine that I wanted running on this layout deserved to be customized specifically for the layout. And so that's what I did. So now that I've explained how I built the layout, let's have a look at the thing in detail and watch some trains running around. This has been DieselWorks123, and I really hope you enjoyed. This project has been nearly 2 years in the making. This has been an extremely satisfying project. It isn't 100% complete. It's probably about 90%. I still need to go over and redo some of the ballast and do a bit more work with the scenery, but I'm at a point where I'm satisfied to show it to you guys. What do you guys think of the layout? And for those of you who are wondering, yes, the name is based on Green Hills from Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoy. Comment down below what you guys think of the Green Hills layout, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me and helps out the channel a lot. Also give the video a like if you have enjoyed. And until next time, this is DieselWorks123 signing off, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, enjoy the trains running around Green Hills, my custom made Trackmaster 2 model railway.
Children!